Welcome to the ninth meeting of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. We will start with agenda item 1 pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute Sections 92-4 and 92-5A4. The commission may go into executive session to consult in a closed meeting with the commission's attorneys on questions and issues pertaining to the claims and other matters on the commission's powers, duty, privileges, immunities, and liabilities, and pertaining to Scarlet Honolulu Inc. versus Honolulu Liquor Commission and Jumar Ray Waite versus the Honolulu Commission, Liquor Commission. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session for this purpose.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we are in executive session. All right, we have concluded our executive session discussion on pending litigation. Well, continue to conduct our meeting.
This is the swearing in part.
Okay. Welcome to the nine. Good, gavel in again.
You did not gavel out. You just exited for executive session.
Okay. We have minutes to approve.
Motion to approve the regular and executive session minutes of the 44th and 46th meeting as previously circulated.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as stated, previous minutes as stated. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The minutes are accepted. Calling agenda item number 1, application number 23-03784, Lori Loralia LLC. All right.
Good afternoon. To the right is Kip Praisman. He's the owner. He's present with counsel Wayne Luke. We have no changes to the investigators.
And Ms. Harai.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters of support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of its application. And for the record, a summary of the July 11th preliminary hearing testimony was provided to Commissioner Hune prior to the public hearing.
Is there anyone who would like to testify for or against this application? Hearing none, commissioners?
Motion to approve application number 23-03784.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 23-03784. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Calling agenda item number 2, application number 24-00846, QSI Inc.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Avery Matra on behalf of the applicant. With me is Jason Fuketa, last name Fukeda, and behind me is Karina O'Hara, Ohara. No changes to the investigative report.
All right, Ms. Sarai.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters of support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application. And for the record, a summary of the July 11th preliminary hearing testimony was provided to Commissioner Hune prior to the public hearing.
Okay, is there anyone who would like to testify for or against this application? Hearing none. Commissioners, any questions?
Motion to approve application number 24-00846.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-00846. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
If there's anyone present who wishes to provide testimony on agenda items number 4 through 30, you may do so now or wait until the agenda item is called. Okay, seeing none, calling agenda item number 4, application number 25-00387, Cools and Catering by Cineblan Inc. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Tyler Lozama, representing Cools and Catering by Cineblan. This application is going to be a birthday party, approximately 300 guests. Bar will be inside and there will be 3 HPD on site.
So I will use say my normal comment when it comes to you folks using the outside courtyard. Please, let's make sure that we keep an eye on passing or giving any type of alcohol to minors or underage people that would maybe be in the courtyard area.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Do you have any other agenda items?
Nope, that was all.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh,
wait.
sorry, too fast.
Is it?
Okay.
Motion to approve application number 25-00387.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00387. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is. Calling agenda item number 5, application number 25-00395, Events International.
Good afternoon, Rick Schneider, for Events International.
Okay, and so I have a disclosure that the applicant and myself serve on a nonprofit board together, but this will not interfere with my ability to make judgments. Okay.
I think,
You want to walk through the event?
yeah, I think you've gotten a pretty extensive packet. It's a two-day event, called, Sunshine Daydream. It's basically kind of Grateful Dead music. Which is a pretty specific staunch demographic crowd, talking 35 to 60-year-old people, and they're gonna be there to enjoy the music from 11:30 to 6. Some of them may be staying over in terms of camping, but that we won't be running a bar after 6, after the music stops, so we'll just be servicing the actual concert itself. It will happen both Saturday and Sunday.
And how are you delineating the space for the
The
camp?
space is all gonna be fenced in, and we have a fairly brisk security detail. So we'll be watching the perimeters. Obviously, we can't stop people from walking on the beach, but we can make sure that they don't infiltrate the area where the concert itself is. And we have rovers for, making sure there's no passing, that sort of thing. We don't expect very many people underage, but it is open for somebody who might want to bring their family for the camping part, and it would be mostly younger kids, I think.
Okay, I love the retro font of the. of the Commissioner's questions.
So, okay, so couple of questions. So for the map itself, we're gonna have the area where the liquor is going to be served enclosed, correct?
Correct.
Okay. The next question I'll say is, so on exhibit B, I'm assuming page 2 of 2, which lists boots and beers, festival security operation, plan review, and date 8/26 is not the correct second page.
No, that is not the correct.
So I mean,
That
I'm
was
not
from
going
la-
to, it's
That
for
was from
me.
last week's hearing.
So for me, I'm not going to, that's not going to change my determining factor, because I've seen your plan and, you've run quite a few events very similar to this.
Yes.
But, we may, if it has pertinent information, we may want you to provide that to our,
But I do believe
administration.
you do have the total outline for that as well.
Okay, sounds good. I have no other questions.
So Schneider, is this the first time you're holding the event at,
Yes, this is
Hopefully,
the
yeah.
first time we're doing it.
Okay.
They actually wanted us to, they came to us and asked us to do an event. Just so that they could see how this could run. They might want to do a fundraiser for the church who owns the property.
Oh,
So-
Mokule Campo.
Chemically is owned by the Episcopalian Church, and they actually did outreach to us and asked us, do you have something that we can do like this? So they're very much involved and are interested in this too.
I went there as a child. So it's a little different than the Grateful Dead band. Okay.
motion to approve application number 25-00395.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00395. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. I believe you have another item that will call
I
out.
think it's 13 on the agenda.
On the agenda, item number 13, application number 25-00584 from Events International.
Okay, this is,
Oh, you have to state your name.
oh yes, Rick Schneider for Events International.
And I make the same
You'll make the same-
declaration as well.
This is an event that this is a repeat event. We did one earlier in the year, in February. It was very successful, so they wanted us to come back and do it again. It's actually underwritten by Beam Suntory, which is our client, and we're expecting about 200 people.
Were there any issues that you're changing from the first one?
No, it was extremely successful.
Last year.
Sounds fun.
Motion to approve application number 25-00584.
Second. It's Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00584. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application.
Thank you. Good luck.
Calling agenda item number 6, application number 25-00474, Free Spirits LLC. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Commissioner and Chair, Matthew Choi, Free Spirits. We have no changes in the investigative report.
Well, there, you've been here. Questions?
So this is only the bottom floor, yeah, of the International Marketplace.
Yep, right by the Don Ho statue.
I have no other questions.
Motion to approve application number 25-00474.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00474. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. You have one more, right?
Multiple.
Oh, multiple more. Okay, calling agenda item number 10. Application number
Nine.
nine. Oh, God. Application number 9, application number 25-00499, Free Spirits LLC.
Good afternoon, Commissioner and Chair, Matthew Choi, Manager for Free Spirits. We have no changes to the investigative report. This is for Oktoberfest, so it's a 3-level event, but each level has its own self-contained beer garden. So this is for the first floor.
This is the first time we're doing the Oktoberfest there for the 3 floors.
First time.
I have no questions for number 9.
Motion to approve application number 25-00499.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00499. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 10, application number 25-00500 from Free Spirits LLC.
Good afternoon, Commissioner and Chair, Matthew Choi, Manager Free Spirits. We have no changes to the investigative report. This is for the 2nd floor of Oktoberfest.
So, Mr. Choi, looking at the floor plan, previous events you folks have done on that 2nd floor and the treetop bar area has covered, the walkways and the bar itself. But now there's also this extra space delineated that's 1,552 square feet. Is that where people are going to be able to drink, or is that going to be somewhere where you're going to be storing things? Or what is that area now going to be? Because it's also outlined in red, so I'm not sure.
People are gonna be able to drink there, but we can block off the walkway, so that's how we did it for the Spam Jam.
Okay, so you're gonna block off the walkway, so no one except people that are gonna be carrying alcohol are gonna be able to walk within that corridor section, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then will you have a dedicated person out there? Only because obviously you're gonna be in a corridor and in a walkway, people are gonna try to either walk up and ask people for stuff, or what is your plan for that?
Yep, so we'll have a barricade on each of the entrances you can get to that area. So
Okay.
security will direct them to the one entrance where you have to check in and come in, and then we'll have one station there to make sure that nobody comes through that way.
That was my only questions. Thank you.
Motion to approve application number 25-00500.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00500. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Calling agenda item number 11, application number 25-00501 from Free Spirits LLC.
Good afternoon, Commissioner and Chair, Matthew Choi, Manager, Free Spirits LLC. This is for the 3rd floor of Oktoberfest, so we have no changes to the investigative report.
I have no questions.
Yep. Motion to approve application number 25-00501.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00501. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Now, going back into agenda item number 7, application number 25-00486. I will, Hawaii. Hello.
Good afternoon, Chair, Commissioner Cedric Duarte for I Will.
Okay, let's see. Commissioners, questions? You've done this before.
This is our last concert of the year at the stadium. It's a 2-day event. Friday night, YG Marley, reggae artists, and Saturday night, hip hop artists, The Way.
Do you have, so if there's ticket sales, do you currently have a ticket count for the 2 days in total?
Don't.
Okay.
But I can follow up like I did. last
Yeah,
time.
so that's what my request would be. If you can follow up with our administration to provide ticket sale numbers for each day, just so we know how many people will be there.
Yes, can do.
That's my only question.
Okay.
Motion to approve application number 25-00486.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00486. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Okay, calling agenda item number 8, application number 25-00493. I will, Hawaii.
Aloha Chair, Commissioners, Cedric Duarte for I Can, I Will. This will be our first concert of 2025 at Aloha Stadium again. Another 2-night event with the same parameters, except with same artist performing both nights, reggae artist Revolution. This is February 17th.
So I will request that you provide updated ticket sales to our administration at least by January 31st, 2025, just so we have an idea on each day how many people will be there. And then I know your concerts that you've had in 2024, you've talked with the stadium about parking. Can we make sure that that can be continued through 2025 if someone needs to leave their car?
Yeah.
We don't want them to be forced to make a choice.
I don't believe there will be any changes, but I'll make sure we follow.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve application number 25-00493.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00493. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now calling agenda item number 12, application number 25-00542, 808 Rise Court. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Ben Marmoto, last name Marumoto, authorized agent for 808 Rise Corp. We have no changes to report. A couple additions in the safety aspect. I know Vice Chair is going to ask already, so we got it pre-cleared with Alexander and Baldwin. If someone is impaired, we will not force them. They can leave their car overnight, and that includes all surrounding restaurants as well, since we can't discern who's who. Also, when we park the trolley, the Kainalu Elementary will also hold the same line as far as picking up a car. We did have to do that once last year. Someone did grab their car in the morning at Kainalu L, but nothing else has changed except we just added 8 stalls on an adjacent street for the rideshare pickup. That's another suggestion you made last year. And in addition, with Safe Rides Hawaii, that they actually, it's now approved by the Department of Transportation, they actually drive your car home.
Wow.
And follow you with another car. So
There you
they
go.
have a booth there, and I'm pretty proud of Champ, and they're doing their thing. So we're glad to have them on board.
It's good.
Well, I would definitely thank you for your
Yeah.
changes that we've kind of talked about, and obviously we just don't want to make people make a wrong choice.
Right. Neither do we.
Thank you. I have no other questions.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. It's great.
Motion to approve application number 25-00542.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00542. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you, John.
Thank you very much. Calling agenda item number 14, application number 24-01467, Thai Boat Noodle.
Good afternoon, Chair, members of the Commission. Special hello to you, Commissioner Yan over there. Brittany Show, authorized agent appearing on behalf of the applicant. We've received the investigator funds report. Have no changes there too.
Questions?
I have no questions.
Motion to approve application number 24-01467.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01467. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you. Thank you. Quest. Calling agenda item number 15, request number 24-01066 LP Butterfly LLC.
Hello, Lawrence Ho, LAWRENCEHO, representing Margaritas.
Oh, wait. Oh, margaritas, got
Yeah,
it.
Hold on.
Just walk us through the increase in the premises. What are the changes that were made?
Yeah, so there used to be another business there it used to be a food court type of situation. And so that one business vacated and we just took over that space. And so there's no more food court, there's no more other businesses, it's just us in that enclosed area. So it actually made it a lot more simple than what it used to be.
So the open space as a food court space, are you gonna be using it more for live entertainment, live music?
It's seating, it's mostly
gonna be
seating right
seating?
now, yeah.
Okay. Cause I think, looking at the things, I think some of my concern is if there is going to be live entertainment, it is kind of a wide open space.
Mhm.
You are looking at a condo area and family residential area where sound might echo and travel.
Right.
And so we would be concerned, right, that if you plan to be doing a lot of loud entertainment or loud music, that we would want you to kind of watch the decibels as well as the time you're going to do it, right? Because people are gonna sleep during the weekdays, 10 o'clock-ish, right? Not
Yeah.
weekends, you might be Friday, Saturday, we might be a little bit more open to later times, but I think that's part of some of the concern about the space, pretty wide open, right? Because you guys are wide open on the street level.
Yeah, yeah. The building across from us is Walmart and we have HMSA and then we have another commercial building to the left. There's a residential right next to us. And so anytime we do play live music, I always go over there and ask them, hey, is everything okay?
Okay,
Okay, appreciate that.
that's a good practice.
Yeah, just friendly.
Yeah.
neighbors.
Of course, right, and I'm assuming they're gonna want to patronize your business as well, right? If
Right, yeah,
everything works well.
yeah. We close at 11 PM on weekends.
Okay,
I don't like to sleep too late, so
there you go.
I myself don't
That
like all
helps
that,
you,
all that
right?
noise. So,
Just in the instance that you do get a complaint, it's best practice to take note of it and then take note of the action that's taken so that if you are called upon us to answer for that, you could say, this is what the situation was and this is
Right.
what we did to rectify it.
Make record of it. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Good point.
That was my only questions or comments.
Motion to approve request number 24-01066.
Been moved and seconded to approve request number 24-0166. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is approved. All right,
Thank you.
good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, calling agenda item number 16, request number 24-02845 Volcano Skewer House LLC. Hello.
Good afternoon, Chair, members of the Commission, Greg Nishio, authorized agent, appearing on behalf of the licensee. To my right is Gary Garyu, who is a member manager. We have received the investigator's report and have no changes there. I apologize for last week. There's two things going on with this licensee, and I got the report from Mr. Shinsato. I also got the letter saying that the other thing was granted, and so I kind of merged the two together. I didn't bother looking at the agenda. I just saw that one item that we had last week, and I apologize. I would have been, actually, it's all tonight, I think. But thank you for scheduling this week. Appreciate it.
So just so we are confirmed, right, all the names that you have now listed as your new member notifications are correct and on record with us correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
I have no other questions or comments.
Motion to approve request number 24-02845.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve request number 24-02845. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is approved.
Thank you very much.
Right, thank you. Calling agenda item number 17, request number 25-00594. Behalf of Red Bar LLP. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Christina Okira on behalf of the applicant. I think you've received my letter, so just if there's any questions, I'm happy to respond.
So Mr. Here, the prior licensee expired in 2020, so no one else has been in there or has been using the space between now and then?
Yeah, that is my understanding from the landlord that we are the first tenants to the space since it shut down
Okay.
during COVID.
I have no other questions.
Motion to approve request number 25-00594.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-00594. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Okay. Calling agenda item number 18, Bob's LCD 24-0011. Make your appearance.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Deputy Corporation Counsel Mario Everett appearing on behalf of the city for the adjudication matters.
All right, Bob's.
Commissioners, this case was continued from July 11th, 2024, when licensee did not show up. We have sent notice of today's hearing via certified mail that was delivered on July 19th, 2024, so I can represent that there was notice of today's hearing. Given that this is now the second hearing that they have missed and notices has been granted to them, I would ask for a default and with a recommended fine of $500.
Based on the fact we have notice and we have shown notice and this is their second no appear, I will make a motion to approve, make a motion to accept the default judgment. Do we need, I think we need to accept the default judgment
accept the
first and
default
then you
judgment.
can, we can then do the stuff, so.
Yep.
My motion will be to accept default judgment for agenda item number 18.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve a default judgment in agenda item number 18. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The default judgment is accepted.
So Mr. Everett, just to confirm, your recommended fine is $500.
That is correct, Vice Chair. My recommended fine is $500 for this offense.
Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item number 18.
It's been moved and seconded to approve recommended fine of $500 for agenda item number 18. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The fine is accepted. Calling agenda item number 19, Club Hot Ash, LCD 24-0030.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, and welcome to Commissioner Hune, who I have known for longer than I really want to remember. Back to my very young days as an attorney, so. Keith Kiuchi representing Club Hot Ash, wavering in a charge, enter a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Everett, what is your recommendation for agenda item number 19?
Thank you, Commissioners. This is a first violation within the past 5 years. However, the payment was enacted 319 days after the deadline. Therefore, our recommended fine is $1,000.
Mr. Kiuchi.
This licensee had the same problem as licensee 24. They both used the same bookkeeper, Arnold Green. So Arnold had some very serious health problems in 2023. He was hospitalized for at least 3 months. And Club Hot Ash's managing partner is David Young, and David had called me in the spring of last year said that he was trying to get Arnold to finish his books, and this was more than just the GLS, it was the tax return. And Arnold's really out of commission till about the end of February of this year. By that time, they couldn't wait, so he switched over to Melrose Accounting. And Melrose does a large number of the hostess bars in Kalihi. He really didn't want to move accountants, and I know about Arnold's health because Arnold met with me at the end of March, did not look very well, and I had not talked to him in a while. So I can attest to the fact that Mr. Young was 319 days late because he needed to find another accountant or bookkeeper. So that's what happened. That's also what happened with 24, which is Pandora. So.
Deliberate.
Yeah, let's make a motion to deliberate.
We're back from deliberation.
So, Mr. Kyuchi, so as I go through what we're going to do as the penalty phase for this adjudication, I want you to understand what we're taking in mind is that 319 days is a very long time,
Right.
especially since your client didn't know at some point that he was having problems with the accountant, and that time period is egregious in our view. But we also want to take to consideration that it's happened to a few individuals that are in, or he was their accountant. Okay? So my motion is going to be to approve a recommended fine of $500 for agenda item 19.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $500 for agenda item 19. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved.
If I could get one clarification, I'm
Yes.
sorry. You're approving a reduced recommended fine,
Oh,
correct?
sorry,
That's my
I
recommend-
shouldn't say recommended, I'm sorry. I should just state that I am motioning to approve a fine of $500.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Calling agenda item number 19, 850 Leeward Bold, LCB 24-0025.
Again, good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, Keith Kyuchi for the licensee. To my right is Richard Akimoto, AKI MOTO. He's the president of the entity. We waive reading of charge and a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Everett, your recommendation for agenda item number 20?
Thank you, commissioners. This is a first offense within the past 5 years. It is drinking after hours designated as shut off time. The recommended fine is $500 plus $90, 9 minutes after the deadline at a rate of $10 per minute for a total of $590.
Mr. Kyuchi, explanations?
There was actually nobody in the bar, but the violation occurs if you have any alcohol out after 2 AM. And they had alcohol out because it wasn't policed by the employee. So it was sloppy on the part of the employee, but it wasn't anybody in there drinking. So and Mr. Akimoto kind of regrets that he's run this establishment for a long time. And he's run it, I think, generally pretty well, but this was like an omission on the part of the employee. So
What time does the last customer typically leave the establishment?
usually,
About a quarter to 2.
Okay.
They have to take, she just had one glass on the table that she didn't take off the table. She didn't know that was gonna be a violation.
Commissioners, if I may interject briefly before you get to acceptance or not. This is based off of the reports that were provided to me. When the liquor commission investigators entered, they observed approximately 5 people. 2 appeared to be patrons, 3 appeared to be employees. They observed a clear glass cup with an amber colored liquid that smelled of an alcoholic beverage in front of the patron. This is at 2:09 PM or AM, excuse me. Now, I understand they've already agreed, but given the fact that there's a contest in fact, I'm not asking for a contested hearing. I just have to state our version of it.
Thank you.
So I would also state for the record, Mr. Everett, I'm going to ask you as well. Can you let me know, can you please explain on the report what happened? Just so that I can make sure either party is going to be giving us the information that I'm going to use to provide a determination. Okay, so I will
My
ask you.
apologies.
No, just so you know, I will ask. I want to know either way. Okay. So, Mr. Kyuchi, the question that I would have currently, right, is, so currently, has there been retraining or any type of re-education on the bar staff or wait staff based on the fact that whether their report says there was people there, majority were workers, whether or not they now know they need to clean it up and have it cleaned up, because obviously we don't want to have another one of them.
well, yeah, and the answer is yes. And Mr. Akimoto gave you the time that they got to be out of there and they need, whether the people in there or not, they got policed the time better. So the last call and the policing at a time. Because if the police the time that's gonna take care of the whatever strays there are in there anyway, so.
Okay. So, my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $590 for agenda item number 20, because we don't want people to have the possibility to drink after the office.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the recommended fine of $590. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The fine is approved. Thank you.
If I could take 24 out of order, because Corp Counsel tells me that Pandora's not here, since I am, and apparently they were served. And the issue is the same issue as Club Hot Ash.
Okay, I'm open to moving agenda item number 24 out of order, calling Pandora Cafe Karaoke Bar and Grill LCD 24-0031.
Again, good afternoon, Chair, members of Commission, Keith Kiyuchi for the licensee. We waive reading of the charge and a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
Second. Been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Mr. Everett, your recommendation for agenda item number 24?
Thank you, commissioners. Similarly to the prior one that we were dealing with, this is a GLS that was filed 394 days late. Our recommended fine is $1,000.
So the Agnos, which operate Pandora Cafe, have also used Arnold. Their use of Arnold is probably Arnold Green's longer period of time, because they've used Arnold at this site. They've been at this site for about 15 years. They, unlike Dave Young, however, did not call me, but it did get filed, but it got, I honestly don't know who filed it. I know who filed it in Club Hadash's case. In this case, it probably had a different account to do it.
Okay.
One of the things that's kind of difficult, although the GLS should be pretty easy to file, right? Is a lot of these bars, there's certain accountants, and they're really not accountants, they're all bookkeepers that do the work, and the field that does this is really kind of limited. That's what makes it a little bit different, but on the flip side, it doesn't excuse a licensee from simply looking at the website and figuring it out themselves.
So, Mr. Kiyuchi, question I have is, I think, Mr. Everett, you stated a number of 394 days late.
Correct.
Do you know if that is a correct number?
That's probably correct, because Arnold was really,
Okay.
and I don't think Arnold, I know Arnold did not do their GLS.
Okay.
Because he didn't do any of the other. He had at least 3 other clients that I also had, and I know the GLS was on one case, they actually moved before when the GLS was due, because they were a little bit concerned.
Okay.
So, and the other one, they basically weren't able to renew the license anyway, so.
So I'm gonna ask for a quick deliberation. Okay.
Okay, we're back from deliberations.
So, Mr. Kyuchi, we want you to understand as I move forward with making my motion of approving a fine for this adjudication hearing. We looked at 314 days as we stated it was egregious to begin with, correct? But we also looked at something that this has happened, but it was less than a year. So now we're looking at a situation that's more than a year. And so that makes heavy weight to us to even look at, this is now even more egregious, correct? And beyond that, hopefully they're working on their current one that's due by whoever they're doing, because that's gonna be coming up soon too, right?
And I will check on that.
Okay.
Unlike Club Hot Ash, I didn't know about this until I picked up the agenda last week, Friday. So, and the Agnos are pretty easy to deal with, but, and I did, yeah, understand. In all of these cases, the licensee bears responsibility. Just because you lose the account, that doesn't mean, the world stops, right? So
I think I wanted more known that when we look at these things, when we start looking at something that's 6 months to a year, maybe that might be an idea, but once you start passing a year, we're starting to think about worrying about future ones too now. Okay.
well, yeah, especially in this one, you would have had two that were due, so you gotta figure that the one that was due July 31st of this year didn't get done, right?
Yeah, so that's where we're kind of in the middle, right?
Yeah.
But so my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $1,000 for agenda item number 24.
And commissioners, just to clarify, the fiscal year 2024 was paid by this licensee. And they did pay the overdue from fiscal year 2023 at the same date. I believe it was August 28th. So to assuage the concerns that was paid, albeit 394 days late.
Okay.
So that kind of makes sense, right? They
did it all at one time, right?
They did one time and they said, oops,
Yeah.
a little bit different. But
Yeah.
I understand the factual difference between the two, especially if Mr. Young called me, said, what do I do? Which is very different from the Agnos who didn't call me. So the access is the same, but.
Second motion. Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the recommended fine of $1,000 for agenda item number 24. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The recommended fine is approved.
Okay, thank you.
Calling agenda item number 21, Golden Pond Liquor and Sundries LCB 24-0008.
And commissioners, Golden Pond Liquor and Sundries has executed a stipulation and waiver. It has been accepted with a recommended fine of $500. I believe their presence was waived.
So a motion to approve the stipulation waiver and the recommended fine of $500.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the stipulated waiver and fine of $500. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The fine is approved. Thank you.
For the record, the recommended fine is reflected in the stipulation and waiver, so there's no notice issues about the fine or anything like that.
Okay, thank you.
So I took it up once. Okay.
Calling agenda item number 22, Pierre. The general store, LCB 24-0032.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Anthony Suetsugu, one of the managers at here, the general store. We waive reading and plead no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
Second. Been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is approved.
Mr. Everett, your recommendation for agenda item number 22?
Thank you, commissioners. The recommended fine in this case is $500. This is a first offense within the past 5 years. Payment was made 31 days after deadline.
Okay. Sorry, I'm probably gonna botch your last name.
No problem. Suetsugu.
Suitsu. Okay, Suitsu, do you have any explanations?
Yes, I file maybe 3 to 4 of these every year for different entities, and we file them on time. And this one, I believe, if my recollection serves me, I filed the GLS, but there was, I guess, a problem when I was trying to pay via credit card, and either it didn't go through or I didn't click the right button or something. And so as soon as we were notified, we made the payment. Obviously, it's our fault. I can't defend that, but you know, I tried to make sure that this year I got every receipt of everyone that I filed to make sure it didn't happen again.
Mr. Everett, is there any thing in the file that shows that they came on time, but something happened in which a payment was voided or not done correctly via credit card?
So the notes that I have state that the GLS report was correctly filed on July 31st, 2023, but the payment was late submitted on August 31st, which reflects what the licensee is presenting.
Okay. So. Okay. So you stated you got things kind of where you are watching, so let's make sure we keep sticking with receipts to prove that you've got it done on time, so we're not stuck in the future in any types of these things, and taking under consideration that what has been stated by Mr. Everett, that, you know, it was submitted on time, but there was possible situations with payment, so payment was received 31 days later. My motion is going to be to approve a letter of reprimand for agenda item number 22.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a letter of reprimand for agenda item number 22. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The letter of reprimand is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 23, King of Thai Boat Noodle 2, LCB 24-0033.
And Commissioners, Greg Nishioka represents King of Thai Boat Noodle 2. He and I communicated before this hearing began. He wanted a review of the copy of the discovery. I've provided that to him. His request is to continue this to the next available setting. It will likely plead out then once he finishes reviewing with the licensee.
Okay. We need to set a date, sir. Okay, all right. You're completed. Calling agenda item number 25, the Players Shack LCD 24-0024.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Kellen Anderson, representing the Player Shack. I guess plea no contest.
So first, do you waive reading of the charge?
I accept the charge.
Okay, so no, so basically what I'm asking is, we can accept the plea, which you stated no contest,
Right.
but if you don't waive reading of the charge, we're going to have Mr. Everett read the charge that happened for the violation
Okay.
in the record.
I waive reading it. Yeah.
Okay, so waive reading of the charge and you're pleading no contest.
Yes.
Motion to accept the plea.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Okay, Mr. Everett, what is your recommendation for agenda item number 25?
The recommended fine in this case is $500. This is a first offense in the last 5 years.
So, Mr. Anderson, correct?
Yes.
Any explanations?
We're a driving range, so a lot of people come and, just drink some beer, hit balls. Our menu is available Wednesday through Sundays. We have packaged foods and other small items available. But we have currently have our menu available all day long, Monday through Sunday.
Okay.
It was 2 p.m. to close, now it's 10 a.m. to close. So we have it, available from open to close, where before it was Wednesday through Sunday from 2 p.m. to close.
Okay.
So I think we missed it by 1%. I think it was at 28 or 29%.
So just so you know, I mean, I'm glad to hear that you've made adjustments in regards to the times and the days that you're going to offer food. Just do remember and remind your managers and things like that, that if there's a consistent year after year where you don't make your percentage, there will be discussion whether or not you need to change your classification, and that would be based on the fact that you're not meeting the 30%. Okay? All right. So my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item number 25.
Second. Then moved and seconded to approve a fine of $500 for agenda item number 25. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's that? My apologies.
No problem. Calling agenda item number 26, Rangoon Burmese Kitchen, LCB 24-0014.
Thank you, commissioners. There does not appear to be anyone from Rangoon Burmese Kitchen, although we will wait for Mr. Nishigata to confirm that. Okay. No Rangoon. This case was continued from July 11th, 2024. Notice of today's hearing was delivered by certified mail on July 19th, 2024. This is a first offense within the past 5 years. The recommended fine is $200. I would ask that default be entered in this case because of the licensee's continued non-appearance.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion to approve default judgment for agenda item number 26.
Second. So moved and seconded to approve a default judgment for item 26.
Before I make my motion on the, I believe you said your recommended fine was $500.
$250.
Oh,
He knows the reservation.
Oh, sorry.
Seeing none, I also vote aye.
okay.
But,
Sorry.
Default judgment is accepted.
Okay. Your recommended fine for agenda item number 26. Sorry.
$250.
Okay. So
No, I thought I heard two
I
hundred.
thought it was 200 the first.
I think you said
time.
200 the first time.
If I did, that was a mistake.
Okay.
250.
So I guess my only reason I'm asking is, do we have any understanding of whether or not they've even paid their accurate GLS for the current year of 2024? Because obviously they're not coming for this one, so I'm more concerned we're gonna have another one upcoming.
So
is it-
according to the notes that I was provided, the 2024 GLS was filed on time with no payment due.
Okay,
So they're up to date for 2024. I don't know what happened on 2023.
okay, well, that was more my concern, right? We're gonna be penalizing them and we're gonna see them again. Okay, so my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $250 for agenda item number 26.
Second.
So moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The fine of $250 for agenda item 26 is approved.
Thank you.
All right. You're done. Thank you.
That's all the adjudications. Thank you, Commissioners.
Calling agenda item number 27, Liquor Commission discussions of process procedures and outlines pursuant to revised statute sections 92-4 and subsection 92-5A4 to consult with the board's attorneys on questions and issues on matters pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities relating to our processes and procedures for taking public input. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So second.
Right, we are in executive session.
Stay
Okay, we're back from executive session where we were talking about our present procedures for accepting public inputs and complaints. Can you bring up the slide, please? And maybe one adjustment here. So this is just to review what we are currently doing as our processes. In general, to contact the Liquor Commission for general topics, for complaints, both licensed and unlicensed. We have a phone hotline, which is not on there, a website or email. The contact with us can be made anonymously if desired. You don't have to assign your name to it. And so that's the primary method for contacting us, and that's way we can track any of the complaints that are coming into the agency. For issues where there is allegations of staff conduct, all of those would be routed to our administrator for further action. Now, in the off chance that there is issues with the administrator contact, you're certainly welcome to contact any of the commissioners here, myself as chair, or any of the other commissioners here, but we will also have a mailing address to address and send mail only to the commissioners here. And so that was just something we wanted to put out. Are there questions from the commissioners? Any comments? Okay, and so we would want to direct this to be put into our section of the website on policies, procedures, and have this published. Okay, next item. Okay. Agenda item number 29, Liquor Administrator, Mr. Gutierrez.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Sal Patilos, Administrator, Honolulu Liquor Commission. I'd just like to go over a couple of things for you. I think when I presented on what we had done with regard to the systems review, I had mentioned the fact that we had contact with the Federal Bureau of Investigation and had tried to and we're going to try to arrange for a training on subject matters like what acting under color of law means and public corruption. So I reconnected with the special agent that we met with, and they are so willing to do that. And now we're in the process internally of trying to identify a time frame when that can be done. We need to make sure that our investigators get sufficient notice so that there'll be a bit of a shift change as more likelihood that training will take place sometime in the afternoon prior to their coming to work. So we're in that process. Additionally, I think that there's always been a concern about retention in the agency. So this is probably too big. We are looking at the possibility and exploring the feasibility of maybe implementing a 4-10 alternative work schedule. We are in the initial processes of that. We're looking to see what the interest is in terms of the staff. Of course, that said, I also have to provide so that what will be paramount are the organization's operational needs. And so I think we'll begin to talk about the things, look at specific groups and see whether or not it's possible to offer that schedule to individuals who want to take advantage of that schedule. I think those are the major things that happened in the agency this week. if there are any questions at all about operations, I'll be happy to answer them.
No question.
So I think I was going to ask is when you finalize your date of training from the Federal
Yeah.
Bureau of Investigation, you can keep me updated. I wouldn't mind trying to see if I can squeeze in to attend as we continue to look at training and ways of continuing training as we move forward with filling out the training issues.
I'll keep you updated as we circle around specific dates.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, and with that, agenda item number 13, any announcements? Oh, 30. None? Okay, with that.